All right, now for the exciting part, we're going to go ahead and graph some of these. Now, first thing I'm going to tell you to do, it looks like it's the last thing, but we're going to identify our asymptotes very first. Okay, before we graph these, we're going to go ahead and get our vertical asymptote. That's our x equals, and our horizontal asymptote, which is our y equals. Okay, now remember, asymptotes were just our h and our k. So in this case, I'm subtracting 0 from x. I don't shift it left or right, so it's the same as the parent function. My asymptote right there is where x is equal to 0. It's my vertical asymptote again. Okay, the horizontal asymptote, that's how much I move it up or down. Notice my k right here is a subtract 2, so I move all these points down 2. So my asymptote also goes down 2 right there. Now, once I get these, I'm actually going to draw them. That's the first thing that I draw on my graph, is that this vertical asymptote is right here where x is equal to 0. So it's just on that y-axis. I don't go over any. However, for the horizontal, my horizontal line here, I'm going to go down to -2. So I'm going to go down here at -2 and just draw that straight across. Okay. Now, if you'll remember from the parent function, we really only need 2 points to graph this. Okay, so our 2 points right here, we're going to show you how to find it. Basically, you're going to take where those asymptotes cross right there. So those asymptotes cross down there, and we're going to kind of pretend like that was the origin of our original one. So if you come back up here to, whoops, I went too far. So our asymptote right here, we're going to pretend like it's that origin right there. Now remember, when I go over 1, I go up 1 because that's my 1 right there. So you're going to go over whatever a is actually. So in this case, my a is 1. So when I go over 1 from where those asymptotes cross, I'm going to go up 1. And then you kind of just do it diagonal from there for the other quadrant. You're going to go, when you go left 1, you go down 1. Okay, and then go ahead and draw your pictures. They want to look just like the parent function. It's going to get close to those asymptotes, but never cross. Okay, so close to the asymptotes, but never cross. That's what your graph's going to look like. Now, the domain and the range really are not too bad. As long as you can get your vertical asymptotes, let me just show you what they are. Remember, there's always going to be two domains, 2 ranges right here. So whatever your asymptote is at, that's the value that x never gets to, or y never gets to. So those are going to go here in the middle. So that was a 0. This one is a -2. Those will go in the middle right there. And then your other 2 values are just -infinity to +infinity and -infinity to +infinity. Okay, that's pretty as easy as it gets. That's all you have to do on that one. Okay, let's try one more example in this video right here. So our vertical asymptote this time, notice I do have an h. Remember, you always want to change the sign though, so your vertical asymptote is at -3. However, I don't have a k. I added 0 to this. I didn't move it up or down. So my my horizontal asymptote is when y is equal to 0. Again, I'm going to graph these first. So this vertical up and down is at -3. So I'm going to come down here to -3, draw that nice lovely line there, and then y is equal to 0. Nice lovely line right there. And then last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for where those asymptotes kind of intersect right there. And remember, you just go over 1 and look for what a is. A is 1. So when I go over 1, I go up 1. When I go left 1, I go down 1. And then you can go ahead and connect. I'll kind of draw the picture. It's going to get really close to the asymptote there, really close down here, really close, and we'll go like that. Again, I think domain and range are pretty easy. If you just remember, I just kind of fill in -infinity to infinity, -infinity to infinity, and then plug in where the asymptote is. X will never be -3, so you're going to put that in as a no-no in your domain. Y will never be 0, so that's the no-no in your range. And you're done with those 2 problems.